Hello, everybody. My nan was at home originally before being admitted to hospital yesterday, but nan was under something called the virtual ward, basically where they come into the home daily to try and prevent someone being admitted to hospital at all costs, if they can avoid it. And when she was under the virtual ward before being admitted to hospital yesterday, I kept telling the virtual ward because Nan had lymphedema. Her legs were really like hard and stuff like that. Her legs, and there's this fluid. It's called edema. Was coming out the leg, and it wasn't too bad at the start. And I said, "Look, that what's all this fluid?" Then it was going all yellow, and then there was like green, and like I can't explain it in yellow, and it's all horrible. And I said, "Nan's leg looks infected." Oh no, it's not infected. And then all of a sudden, when I played my face, oh yes, it is infected. Why aren't you on antibiotics? And they did nothing. Why aren't you bandaging it? Bugger all, without swearing. So as you know, she's now in hospital. She's still in hospital still. And I found out she's got ulcers on her leg. And it is, and they said, yes, it is infected. It's ulcers. And they've been starting to give her antibiotics. I have put a complaint in. If you had listened to my video from before, I have put the complaint in. I will be ringing them in tomorrow morning and explaining to them it has been confirmed as she's been in hospital. Before she was in hospital, when she was under the virtual ward, the hospital now confirmed it is an infection, and they basically that'll help with my complaint. So yeah. There's something called John's Campaign, and I've just got it on my phone here. John's Campaign is a UK-based movement advocating for the right of family carers to stay with their loved ones with dementia in hospitals and care homes, promoting opening visiting hours, recognising carers as essential partners in care inspired by doctors navigating experience when separating from their family during a hospital stay. The campaign seeks to create a culture where carers are welcomed as integral to patient well-being, reducing distress and improving outcomes, building on principles similar to those that established parental rights to stay with sick children. Obviously, this is John's Campaign for Dementia. This is what it says. So you can stop with someone, I don't know, like outside, like if you're visiting someone between 4 and 8, you can stay with them longer because they've got dementia. Now, when Nan was admitted last year, when she was in there before, the hospitals that she was under, the wards, was an issue. Where she's been lately, it is an issue. And then I spoke to a ward sister, and I said, I spoke to this lady, this ward sister said, can I speak? Yeah, he wanted to speak to me. And I said, have you heard of John's Campaign? She went, yes, I have. And she was saying to me, oh, John's Campaign is someone when you stop with them 24 hours and you're washing and bathing them. And I went, no, that's not correct. And then she was sarcastic, and she said, unless we call you at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to come. So I spoke to Dementia UK afterwards, and they said, you are correct, you are right. You need to speak to someone higher up. I did, made no difference. And then I said I wanted to be someone higher up than obviously a sister and whatever her role is. They did say we can try and get someone, can't promise. And then she came back again. I said, the other sister that's on the ward today said, you mentioned it again. And I went, no disrespect, but you are wrong. You're incorrect. I spoke to Dementia UK, and you're actually incorrect in what you're saying. And I said to her, I'm already going to put another complaint in again. I said, and I've got your name, and that's my right to do so, but you're wrong. And she went, we'll just agree to disagree then. I said, but that's your right. And I thought, and then she's on another ward now, and I've mentioned it to them, and they've never even fucking heard of it. And it's a national thing as well, John's Campaign. So I am going to mention it to raise it as a complaint. And obviously do what I need to do necessary. If I'm still not happy after that, I will be meeting with my MP. I don't think he's got any surgeries till March, but I am going to raise that. As people know me, And some people probably don't know me, but some people that do, or I'm a kind, compassionate person, as you know. I've been campaigning a lot about dementia, quicker diagnosis, the list goes on, and support available for people, loved ones with dementia, or carers like myself looking after someone with dementia, the support available. I'm campaigning about a lot of things that I'm finding. But yeah, I will be mentioning this to my MP as well, because I think something needs to be done about this. Because if it's a national thing, John's campaign, why ain't they complying with it? But yeah, that's all I can say for that at the moment. But Nanny's doing well, and she's okay. Still got obviously infection in her legs. I don't know whether she's going to be there days, weeks. I don't know, but she's fine. I'm going again back to the hospital tomorrow. But I just thought I'd keep you all posted. Thank you so much for everyone's lovely comments. It means so much to me. Yes, as people know, I'm kind-hearted, and Nan would be lost without me. I'm going to get myself emotional. Sorry. Nan would be lost without me, and I always voice her concerns. Sometimes she can't explain. A lot of the time she can, but when she's trying to explain herself, when she's in pain or something, she doesn't explain it sometimes properly, and I'll go, I know what you mean, Nan, and this is why it's vital I'm with there sometimes. And obviously delirium, when they're not in their own surroundings, they can get confused and scared. So if I could stay with Nan a bit longer, that would help. That's what John's campaign's about, in a little bit more context, but I've read it out to you, as you can hear. But yeah, Nan's fine. I'll do another update in a couple of days and keep you posted how Nan is. Thank you for listening.